Booktube and welcome back to my channel. I am Sarah, this is Colin, and welcome to my recent reads and reviews. A little bit of reading done this week, it's been quite nice. I finally finished this one. I finally finished Sandman Volume 2, Absolute Sandman, and it was absolutely amazing. Very glad. It takes me a while just because you got to be sitting in the right spot, because it really, I'm not, if I put it on him, it'll crush him, put it that way. It really is heavy. So, really love it. Definitely everyone should read this who's a comic book fan. Seminal read. And I gave that one 4 out of 5. Next, I listened to, but I also own a copy of Heaven's Net is Wide. This is the prequel to the Tales of the Atori that I read earlier this year. This follows the childhood and the coming of age of Shigeru Atori, or Atori Shigeru, who is the father figure in the 3 main books of the Tales of the Atori. It follows right up to the start of those books. It really, I think I gained more by having read those 3 first, because they came out first. And I absolutely loved finding that backstory about Shigeru out. Again, I gave this one 4 out of 5, and this is by Aussie writer Leon Hearn. Next, I read on digital copy was Down Among the Sticks and Bones. This is the 2nd book in the Wayward Children series. This one is based around the twins, Jack and Jill, who are identical female twins, and it just goes into their backstory of how they became who they were, and then how they found their door and what they did while they were in their world, which was a night and twilight and vampire and werewolf kind of world. It was interesting, but I didn't find it as amazing as the first book, Every Heart a Doorway, and I only gave it 2.5 stars. I have to see how I feel about reading the next one, depending on who it's centered around. Next, I reread Castle in the Air by Diana Winnie Jones, which is the 2nd book in the House Moving Castle series. These ones are very much separate books. This one was centered around a character named Abdallah, who lives in a Aladdin style country, whereas Hal lives in an England style country. They are not England, they are not the Middle East, because Hal actually comes from Wales and steps through a dimensional door to get into this world where magic exists. Abdallah, in the opening sections of this, he is a carpet salesman who, because he was born of his father's 2nd wife, he was shunted out of the family business and had a carpet sales business out on the outskirts of the bazaar, as opposed to inheriting his father's one, which is in the middle and is the most successful, most prosperous carpet sales in the bazaar. He dreams of a life where he was actually kidnapped as a baby and was a prince, and he was given to his father instead to hide the kidnapping. And then one day a man comes along and offers him the opportunity to buy a magic carpet, and his world changes from there. Hal and Sophie and Calcifer do make an appearance in this book, but it is not until a fair way through. This one was a little less. This was a 3.5 star read. Hal's Moving Castle was a 5-star read. Lastly, I had a DNF. Unfortunately, this was a book that was given to me by the author to review. I'm going to do a review of it This was called Windcatcher and the author is AJ Norfield. I will go into details as to why I DNF'd it. It was quite unfortunate because there were some ideas in there that I really quite liked. I will link the review for that one up above and in the description box below. So that was my reading for the week. Yes. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you want to ask me anything, please comment in the comments section and subscribe if you haven't already. And happy reading. Bye.